And we are back with Making Connections. This is our weekly interview segment, of course. And today we are welcoming not one, not two, but three guests. And they are the main characters of So Not Worth It, or 내일 지구가 망해버렸으면 좋겠어. The first major Korean TV series showcasing multiculturalism and diversity in Korea with foreign actors playing the leading roles. So we have three of the main characters on the show joining us. Why don't you introduce yourselves? I think that'd be nice. Carson, since you're no stranger to life abroad, would you like to say hello first?
Hi, my name is Carson Allen. I'm from the U.S. and I've been working in Korea as an actress for about 5 years now.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you filled in for me as well. You're a host on Life Abroad, so no stranger
here. Such an
here.
experience.
So we're delighted to have you back on the show, Carson. Great to have you. And now, who'd like to go next?
I'll go. Hello, everyone. My name is Terris Brown. I'm from the U.S. and I have been working as an actor in Korea for about 3 years or so.
3 years. Okay. Terris, first time on live.
Yes,
TBS.
it's my first time here.
First time
Not
on TBS,
but
right.
First time on this show.
Great to have you, Terris. And
hello, my name is Joakim from Sweden, the deep, dark Swedish forest. I've been living in Korea for about 5 years. And 3 years I've been working in the entertainment industry, I think. Yeah.
All right, so great to have you all on the show. And thank you especially for coming out on the last day of the Chuseok holiday. Happy Chuseok.
Happy Chuseok. Yeah.
How has your Chuseok been? I know you've been kind of busy doing some interviews and stuff, but have you been able to take part in maybe some of the traditions, get some food or play some games?
No.
Not really.
Work.
Me and Carson were here yesterday on the day of Chuseok, so we spent it with TBS.
Okay, that's great to hear. But we won't mention any more of it, of course. Hoping that, it's great to have you. I mean, so you weren't able to hang out with friends or family or maybe take part in some Chuseok meals or no?
No. The day before Chuseok, I did a little streaming platform all day with my cats type of thing.
With your cats.
Yeah, and then yesterday we grabbed dinner after work.
Yeah.
But it wasn't necessarily Chuseok food.
Is it because of the pandemic? Is that why it's different? Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to meet in groups. And I think normally during a holiday, a lot of expats would probably gather together since they can't go home to see their families.
Right.
But since we can't this year, it was a little more sad, I would say.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Christmas time, it'll be a little bit more normal and we can do some more gatherings then. What about you, Joakim?
I had a really traditional Korean Chuseok, actually. At my lovely girlfriend's house. So I went to Daejeon and I had proper Chuseok food and the whole Chuseok experience.
You got to meet all the family members.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Are you bragging right now?
He's one of those lucky ones. He's the plus one.
Yeah.
He's the plus one.
The plus one, yeah. Now I love the holidays.
Was that the first time that you really experienced the traditional?
No.
Okay,
I go there every Seolla, every Chuseok, and I love it.
Wow.
I'm in charge of putting flour on the little pancakes that goes on the chesa table.
Oh, so nice.
Oh.
Okay, so
He's got a big role.
Yeah.
Big role.
He takes part.
Very finishing touch is very important, of course. All right, so we have invited you here today because you guys played some characters. I'm not sure if they reflect your kind of natural or your personality as well, because I was thinking, Carson, because we've met before, and I know that you're very bubbly, and then I see this character that you play on So Not Worth It, this kind of like 아줌마, 아저씨, maybe even more.
Little harmony.
Little harmony, which is kind of like the 돈백부고 필 무렵 that you had character from there. But was it kind of based on your own character? How easy was it for you to play those characters?
Oh, no. I would say she's probably the farthest from me.
Really? You made it look so natural.
Oh, just like the way her mannerisms and the way she speaks is definitely not me. But we have similar mindset about thinking, oh, you shouldn't care about, what other people think and just do you. Those type of things are similar, but definitely the way she moved her body and everything, I was like, that's not me.
What about you guys?
Terris?
My character is a little bit of a show off, and he can be standoffish to his friends. He thinks he's smarter than everybody because he has.
But that's so not you, right?
Carson. No, I think I'm in general not that mean to my friends, even though I think similar to what Carson said, like our heart is in the same place. Like I think he loves his friends, just maybe doesn't show it in the most appropriate ways. But yeah, I mean, just trying to also yell in Korean was really difficult because I think, as us expats, we try to be peaceful as much as we can. We're not trying to make trouble in a foreign country. So learning to like yell and scream
and
in
kind of
Korean
fight in Korean was a new
so
experience.
There is a bit of that in the sitcom, I noticed. Maybe it's because it's a sitcom or because it's also Korea as well, and a little bit more yelling and kind of talking at an elevated voice. Joakim, how was it for you? Because your character is quite calm, you like to play by the rules. And
Oh, yeah. No, he's very charming and good-looking character.
Oh, definitely good looking. And the haircut, so good. Yes,
nice.
I missed it today, yes.
Yeah, for today, I put it up.
Yes, you put it up.
No, I love the character, and I have rules that I live by, so it felt really easy to me. It felt natural. I really like my character. Yeah.
He's just as annoying in real life.
And
I can tell you guys are really close to each other. But I have to say, I think what was really great about this was the chemistry between all of the cast members. Because you imagine, it's such an international cast. You've got Korean and international. And, varying degrees of acting experience. But what I saw from the sitcom, you genuinely look like you're having fun. It almost does really look like an international, what I would imagine an international sort of dorm to look like. And I understand that actually, Joakim, you're the only one who actually experienced maybe living in an international dorm like this. Was it kind of similar to the real thing?
I mean, it grounds itself in reality, of course, but it's a sitcom. I mean, it's exaggerated, but definitely it brought me back to my time at an international dorm, because I remember I used to go to the what do you say, 거실?
Living room,
kind of
lounge area,
and all four from different countries, and the language we spoke was always Korean, because some people doesn't speak English, so like things like that brought me back, and I had a blast living in an international dorm as well. So
I think that's why a lot of our maybe the international viewers really connected with it as well. I mean, it was on a major global OTT platform, so a lot of international people watching it, maybe trying to get a sense of what it might be like to study here as well. So the response must have been amazing. I mean, it's been out for a couple of months now. Have you heard a lot from international fans, the reaction?
Yeah, that was probably the most surprising part of everything, because as we were filming, we just kept looking at the script thinking, would non-Koreans get this joke? Would non-Koreans find this funny? Because a lot of the way we were joking and making it funny was very Korean-based.
Right.
And so when we found out that like the international response was huge, we were like, what? You guys liked it? No way.
You get it? It's because of your superior acting skills, of course. But has that also led to maybe more opportunities for you guys to maybe find some work outside? Because I did want to talk about what it's like to be an actor here in Korea. I mean, obviously, the roles for foreign actors will be more limited. And so there must be, a desire to kind of maybe break out and explore kind of different roles as well. Was it a deliberate choice to pursue acting here in Korea? Or I imagine you kind of you were brought to Korea under maybe different circumstances, and then you just kind of led to acting, right?
In my case, I came here as an exchange student just because I had made some Korean friends in university and I just wanted to go abroad. And so when I first came, acting wasn't on my mind. I was just trying to live abroad as a college student. But I did do acting when I was younger. I did like musicals all through high school. And
so you sing too.
A little bit.
yes,
and dance. Nice.
Why do people catch on to that so
We
quickly?
always somehow find a way to make him sing in interviews.
So I came back, or while I was living in Korea, I just really loved it and I wanted to learn Korean. So I was thinking of a way to come back. And then I ended up going to graduate school and I had another opportunity. And then while I was living here, I think I was working at a company and I was filming YouTube videos teaching Korean, like in this Korean company as a job. And the reaction to the videos were really fun. People were excited and it just like sort of relit this spark.
Yeah.
So I started to look for opportunities so I could break into the field. And then, one opportunity led to another and I just kept going.
And so it seems like it was rather easy then, or easier than you expected maybe, that these opportunities kind
Easy
of one
is
led
a
to the relative
hard word,
course.
but I just knew it's what I wanted to do. So even though there are a limited amount of opportunities, I just kept looking for them.
Right.
And thankfully, I got, this opportunity. So hopefully more doors will open. But yeah, it's just a game of like, you can't give up. You just have to keep trying.
Right. And there are more sort of diverse roles, I think. I mean, especially Carson, you would know that, having played all these different roles, completely different, actually. I mean, I think most of our listeners will remember you from 동백꽃 필 무렵, but that and this is completely different as well. Is there kind of like a role that you would like to try?
I would definitely like to try to do something in an action setting, like action movie or action drama. I want to do something a little bit like with like
martial arts?
Yeah, more martial arts, but also maybe like more intense. I feel like I've done more light things, comedy or romance, and I want to do something a little bit more, I don't know, like intense.
All right. And Joakim, I think this is your first kind of foray into acting. I mean, you've been in the entertainment scene for some time, but must have been thrilling. I mean, you're used to being in front of the camera, but when you're doing it with other actors and acting a certain character that's so different or a little bit similar to you, it was a completely different experience, right? How'd you like it?
Yeah, I loved it. The thing is, I was like, if there's one thing I will not do, it is acting. Because,
you were like that?
Because I can't. So I tried not to do it for such a long time.
So there were offers, huh?
No.
Okay.
I didn't look for offers even. But then I started taking this acting class because of preparation because you never know. And then I had a really passionate teacher, and he was able to bring out that passion in me, and I realized what acting was and how amazing it can be, how amazing an experience it can be. And then I got stuck here, and now I can't put it down. And
so now you have the acting bug, huh?
The acting bug, yeah. Everyone's caught it.
Some of our listeners have sent in questions, so I'd like to address them. 6310 saying, 가장 재밌었던 상황은 언제였나요? Maybe I can ask you, Terris, or Joakim?
I mean, that's hard to answer because I think, we had, I don't know if they want us to tell us the most fun moment on set, but like there were just so many different moments where we were having a blast because one, it was a big production, we had a really cool set. I think just a moment that I'm afraid he might bring up, so I'll just say it first. In our dorm room, because we were actually roommates on the show, on his bed they had one of those like electric heating pads.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
his bed.
And I think it kind of played into his character.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like, very into Korean culture. So he had a lot of like Korean specific items, jukbuin and all these like other things that nobody else had. So some days when it was like cold, people would go to that bed to like take a nap.
To warm up.
They slept in my bed.
Everybody slept in his bed.
However, one day I had like some time off, so I went to the room. Nobody was in there. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can just lay down, take a little nap. And maybe, who knows how long it took, but I just felt like somebody tapping on me. And then I was like, oh, hello. And like, not the director, but like, I guess one of the other crew members came and they're like, you need to leave. You're like snoring too loud.
Because it's just a small set. So they're somewhere close by and they're like, yes, hi, action. And then all of a sudden it's like...
The walls were shaking. They were like...
It was not that bad.
No, it's work.
It wasn't that bad.
You should be in an advertisement for one of those heating pads if you want to really
electric
relax.
heating pads, call me.
That's amazing. We have another one from 4695. Carson, what's the most difficulty on acting? 예고편 봤는데 한국어 대사 정말 잘. Because I noticed this as well. I mean, obviously, Camila, you were kind of pretending to not speak Korean that well, but here, especially when you're talking like a 할머니 or an 아주머, you hit it spot on. It was so good. Is that your most difficult part, like getting the language right? Or?
Oh yeah, definitely because you have to write. You have to say the lines the way it was written for that character.
Right.
But that's not necessarily how you speak, and especially when it's in your second language, it's quite. Like just so difficult to sound natural saying something that you wouldn't normally say and convince the audience that that is what you always say.
Right. So do you follow so you want to say it in a Korean way, but at the same time, it's not you. I mean, you're not a Korean, so you have to say it in a different way. It must be very complex and difficult. I can imagine.
For sure. In a second language, you just add levels of more difficulty.
Right. It's very nuanced and multi-layered. 8606, let me get this to Joakim. 함께 연기했던 배우들 중에 실물이 가장 예쁘거나 잘생겼던 분은 누구였나요?
Me.
Aside from yourself. Aside from yourself and aside from Carson and Terris here, let's make it a little bit more difficult.
They're trying to start a war here.
How can I answer this without getting destroyed? I don't know. I really
Your girlfriend's
like
watching.
No, you worked with, yes.
I worked with. I really like the 청소 아줌마.
Oh, I love her.
정이란. Yeah, 정이란. Yeah.
Good answer,
Her
Joakim.
charisma, she's so cute.
Yeah,
She is.
She's quite
really
short,
cute. Yeah.
but she's so spicy.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
yes.
No, I really love her.
That's a very good answer,
She's
I have
our
to
top
say.
choice.
Yeah. Very diplomatic, very good. Well, you know what? Almost out of time already, but very quickly, can I ask you very quickly what your future plans are? Maybe a project on the works or very quickly. Let's start with you, Carson.
Oh, I'm actually taking a break. I'm getting my degree.
Ooh,
yeah, so this is my last semester at university, so I'm just trying to focus on that, and hopefully 2022 will be a more career something changing.
Studying acting? What's your
No.
something completely different. Okay. All right. We'll be back. Hopefully you'll be back and we'll talk about that next time. Terris?
So I have filmed an independent film after we filmed this show, and it should come out relatively soon, but I don't think I can say much about it yet.
Not even the
No.
title or okay.
But look forward to it. So
We
we'll step
definitely
out.
Just
will.
Google
We'll
his name
keep
every
out-
day.
Yeah, we will. We will. Let us know when it comes out
I
as well.
will.
Joakim?
Yeah, I have a couple of ongoing projects as well. And I don't know how much I can talk about them either. but
TV,
it's
movie?
TV and movie.
Ooh,
both,
well
yeah.
done you.
But yeah,
Okay.
stick around for more. I'll let you know.
Well, we will be keeping our eyes and ears open for Terris Brown, Carson Allen, and Joakim Sorensen. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank
we
you.
wish
Thank
you
you
the
for having
best of luck. Hopefully we'll see you again as well.